Thank you for introducing me, Professor. So, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Jeehoon from Yonsei University, South Korea, and I'll be talking about transformation of point clouds to images for safety analysis of scaffold joints. I think the mic's a bit low. Okay, I'll go on with this mic. So these are my co-authors. And now this is a picture of a scaffold. So according to the statistics from the Korean Ministry of Employment and Labor, among the 341 deaths from the Korean construction sites in 2022, 208 of them were related to accidents that happened on the temporary structures or on the, surface of the buildings. And a site manager is supposed to check this list of regulations whenever a scaffolding is built and dismantled. And my research has been conducted to automate these procedures. So in my former research, I automated the structural checking of the scaffold components by using a terrestrial laser scanner and point cloud segmentation techniques. However, when checking the status of a joint, using the previous methods were challenging to attack these problems. To secure the safety of a joint, we need to check the status of the ledger end and tail of the joint. And these components were actually too small for a point cloud segmentation model to detect. And we also could use images to detect these and check the safety of it. But after the safety analysis, it was another task to localize the troublesome joints on the whole structure. So we thought, why not use both of them? And this is our overall methodology. And we first start with point cloud segmentation, and we go over to transferring point clouds to images. And we use the transferred images to analyze the joint safety status and localize it on the whole 3D map. So for the point cloud segmentation, I used a customized deep learning segmentation model, which we accomplished on our former research. And this customized model returns a point cloud data that is divided into 7 classes with an F1 score up to 90%. And from this segmented information, we can extract the X, Y, and Z coordinates of each upright and guardrails of the scaffold components. So for the point-to-image transfer algorithm, I utilized a famous library called Open3D. So I used a visualizer function of the Open3D to bring the point cloud data to the screen of our computer. And to utilize this function, we need to decide 2 main parameters. And the first one is the viewpoint parameter. So the viewpoint parameter decides where the visualizer camera will look at. So in our case, the center of the joints becomes the viewpoints. So how to calculate them? We calculated them by collecting all the combinations of the XY coordinate of the uprights and the Z coordinate of the guardrails to make the cross sections. After calculating the viewpoints, we need to select the view vectors, which is the direction of the camera that is looking at the viewpoint. So to define this for each joint, we first need to divide the joints into 2 types, which is parallel joint and corner joint. And to secure the safety of a parallel joint, we only need a single vector to see all the components of the joints. However, for a corner joint, a single vector is not enough to see all the components. So we need to extract 2 view vectors for a corner joint. And the value of the view vector is defined as the perpendicular unit vector to the guardrail line. And after we calculate all the viewpoints and the view vectors, we now iterate the visualization function and capture the screen automatically. So as a result, these images are extracted from the point cloud. And as you can see, a single image is extracted from a parallel joint and 2 images are extracted from a corner joint. And of course, this whole process is automated. Now, lastly, for the joint safety status on the extracted images, we first use a deep learning object detection model called YOLO v5. And we use the YOLO for 2-class detection of ledger end and tail. So the ledger end indicates the presence of a joint in an image. And when the joint is loosened, that means that the pin is not securely installed inside. So that means on the image, we cannot see the tail if the joint is loosened. So after the object detection, we apply this algorithm onto the images. So we first check that if a ledger end is detected on the image to see if there's any joint we need to inspect. And if there is, we go to the next step to compare the number of detected tails and the detected ledger ends. And if the number of detected tails is smaller than the ledger end, that means that image is containing an unsafe joint. And if not, that image is a safe joint. So after we analyze the safeness of the joint, we now need to localize the troublesome joints on the 3D map. So to do this, well, we numbered the joints automatically, and each number of joint has a corresponding viewpoint that we calculated before. And that viewpoint is actually the exact location of the joints. So we made a function to automatically create a red box around the viewpoint when an image is determined to be unsafe, just like this. And we'll show you an example of this after the experiment parts. So for the experiments, we used two sites, data extracted from two sites for the training data of YOLO v5 object detection model. And from site A, we extracted 239 images, and we enlarged the data set using the Gaussian blur augmentation to make a total of 478 images for the training data set of YOLO v5. And from site B, we extracted 90 images and used it as the validation data set of the detection model. The test site C, had 13 uprights and 6 floors of guardrails. So that sums up to a total of 78 joints in the whole structure. So as our image extraction algorithm successfully extracted 114 images from all of the 78 joints. And you can see that the number of images are larger than the number of joints because we extract 2 images from a corner joint. And on the 114 images, our object detection model resulted in an average precision of 85% for ledger end and 94.4% for tail detection. And our joint safety analysis algorithm classifies the images into 3 classes, which is safe joint, unsafe joint, and no joint. So the accuracy of this algorithm resulted in as 74.6% per image and 82.1% per joint. And this is the final results of the visualization. So you can intuitively see the unsafe joints on the whole 3D map. In conclusion, our study presented a methodology for automating scaffold joint safety analysis by extracting 2D image data from 3D point cloud data and taking advantage of both data types. And our method showed an accuracy of 82.1% for joint safety status checking. And the unsafe joints could be easily localized on the 3D model using the information from the 3D point cloud data. And so with a more optimized scan method and more training data, the proposed methodology is expected to help site managers timely understand the safety status of temporary structures. These are our acknowledgements, and thank you for listening. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to ask.
Thank you very much, Dr. Kim from Yonsei University, South Korea. So please, what